Wasteful.
My guest today hails from Bedford in England with 2 #1 albums as well as an MTV Award for Best UK Act. He also has multiple Ivor Novello and Brit Award nominations under his belt. He most recently failed miserably for England in Soccer 8 against me in the World 11. However, his dad does come from County Offaly, which is why this guy has OY tattooed on his knuckles in honour of the Offaly car registrations. Only 2 weeks ago, we both sang Angels together on karaoke, and he also wrote Starlight for Westlife. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tom Grennan!
That was very good. I'll take that, man. I'll take that. Was good. That was
One
good.
take wonder.
That was one take wonder.
Oh, I need a glass of water after this. It's hot today. How are you doing, Tom? You good?
I'm good, man. It's good to be back in Ireland. It's good to see you. And thanks for having me on, man.
No, you're more than welcome, and I really, really appreciate it. I know you've been in Ireland today working hard, so
Yeah,
I really appreciate you nipping out to the house. And it's warm out today. Now, you recently failed an Irish test with Roman Kemp. I saw that in the UK recently.
Well, I did. Got 3 out of 6.
Okay, well,
So-
that's not a fail.
Yeah, it's not a fail.
That's 50%.
Exactly.
Okay, that's like a D in Ireland or a C.
Yeah.
Or something. Okay, well, look, here's a cup, okay?
Yeah.
And the camera can see that. So I'm going to pronounce that. I know you can, but I'm going to do it for you. It says Le Graga Joe.
Yeah.
Okay?
With love always, man.
Yeah! Oh, good.
Come
And you
on.
know what your prize is? You get to keep one of them. There you go.
Hey, thank you very much. See, I'm clued up on the Gaelic. Don't worry about that.
I love it. Right, I want to go straight
thank you very
into
much.
Yeah, just
Nice
throw
one.
it up on Instagram, promote the podcast.
I
That's
will
all
do,
you have to do. So, how was Soccer 8 a few weeks ago? Because what I've been saying to everybody who's been asking me, like, what a game for TV. I mean, I know you guys lost, but what a game
Unbelievable,
for
man.
TV.
Yeah, unbelievable. I think for me, Soccer 8 is when it comes into the diary, I'm just like, well, I already know that this is going to be the best week of the year. You get to obviously play with your heroes. You get to play with so many different influential people who have done so many different things in their walk of life, and you get to hear so many stories. And then at the end of it, you get to play an amazing game that raises crazy amounts of money for kids all over the world. And I was lucky enough to actually go to Cambodia and see where that money goes. So that, for me, that game obviously now means something completely different for me. But when you're in the game and you're playing against the likes of like Tevez, you just see how good these, and they're playing at like 5%.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And 10 years after they finished.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you just see how good they really are. But I've got to say, man, I was so, because I didn't know that you played. Like, I didn't know that.
Okay.
So
I mean, I tell everyone that. How did you know
I
that?
I know. But I couldn't believe that double save that you pulled off. Because I think Jermaine Defoe smashed one. You've saved it, come back down, and I think it was Stephen Bartlett then tried again and just couldn't get one up, get one past you. And then we had Paddy McGuinness, bless him. Best Paddy McGuinness, man. I spoke to him after, and he felt like he let everyone down, but he didn't. He had Carlos Tevez forgetting that it was a charity match.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I'll give you 5 minutes to stop talking about my save, okay?
Yeah.
In fairness, Paddy, I felt sorry for Paddy because Paddy's great, and he's the most capped Soccer 8 player that there is. But he's not a goalkeeper by trade, so
do you know what, mate?
I admire him.
When I see him making up a wall, for that free kick, and then he's standing on the wrong side of the goal, I was like, this is definitely going in. And then I knew from that moment on, we got problems.
I listened back to I don't know if you watched it back. I watched it back, and the second half I watched back, and
because you're in it.
Because I'm in it. And Jason Manford is doing the commentary. And he said something along the line similar of, I think Paddy McGuinness was standing behind the wall to protect himself.
He was. No, but it was such a good game, wasn't it? It was atmosphere is mad. And the whole week, though, is amazing.
Yeah. Is that the highlight of, because of what you do now and you're in that kind of world of celebrity, is that one of the kind of biggest perks?
Yeah, man. I think definitely soccer. I remember like watching Soccer 8 as like a kid and going, oh my God, I'd love, like, if football never pays off for me, and it obviously didn't, I would love to play in something like Soccer Aid. And then obviously then my music stuff started to take off a little bit, and I always used to say to like my management or people that I'd met who had played soccer, I'm like, get me in Soccer Aid, get me in. And then finally I got the call up, and yeah, man, it's definitely a perk of for what I do. And
so you only wrote all these hit records just to play
just to
in
play
Old Trafford and everywhere else.
Exactly, yeah. I get to live out my boyhood dreams, man.
You played though, didn't you? You were at Luton Town, right?
Yeah, I was at Luton for a good while, man. But like again, I played till I was 17 and wasn't good enough, to be honest.
So were you in the academy as a kid?
Yeah.
Like as in 6, 7, 8 years, right up to
from about 10,
okay,
11, and then right up to about 17, and then.
So did you get to sign pro?
No, I never got that pro contract.
Okay.
And then obviously got dropped. Then went to another team. Went to Stevenage for a minute, and then again, I actually just didn't. I fell out of love with the game a little bit, and then I was going to go to America and do that scholarship thing.
Yeah.
Went over there, and saw a university and did all that, and I just got home and I was just feeling like something was telling me not to go. And I'm glad I didn't because I definitely wouldn't be sat here. Do you know what I mean?
As somebody who's been through identical to that, pretty much.
Yeah.
What did your parents say to you at that? But like, did you feel like some sort of failure that you didn't get a pro contract? And
at the time, I was obviously like devastated because you all go in one by one, don't you? And it's the day of like finding out whether you get that scholar. And I remember like seeing boys coming out and they're buzzing because they're getting told that they're going on, and then I've walked in and getting told I'm not getting that it was a hard blow. But do you know what? I've always been a realist, even from young, and I kind of knew that I wasn't good enough because obviously when Luton are a smaller club, and when boys are getting released from like Arsenal, Tottenham, and all these big London clubs, and then coming to Luton
on trial,
and I'm seeing the level, I was just like, that's a different level. And now these boys are coming into this team, I think I'm going to be pushed out, and that's what it was. But I was upset at the time, and then obviously then what I was saying about America and doing that, I then felt a pull from somewhere else, and I think, I was just like, if I'm not going to become a pro, then I'm going to do something else, and I'm going to make sure that I do at the highest levels.
So would it be fair to say that young Tom Grennan was driven, ambitious? You know, obviously football was the focus at that point, but there was something else going. I'm going to make something of my life, no matter what.
100%. I feel like I've said this before a few times actually, but I always felt like it was what's the word? Like I was too confident. But I'd never ever used to say this, that what I used to do. But I used to like look in the mirror, right, as a kid, and say to the mirror like you're gonna do something very special. You're gonna be known on another level. And I remember like always saying that in the mirror, but I never used to tell people because I thought people would think I was fucking mental if I did that. But I remember doing that, and always remember that having something in me that I don't know, like I could do something on a level where people would be like, wow, he's done it. And I just had belief. I tell you what, with my football though, my attitude wasn't right. You know, I thought I was like really good in school, and I was really good out of my peers, and I was like, oh, I already know I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm the best at it, but I really wasn't. And when music happened, I was like, I am not the best at this at all. I barely know what I'm doing. But I know I've got a voice because I know I can see people's reactions. So I'm going to learn, and I'm going to take every opportunity to do every gig I possibly can do. Go home and learn how to play guitar. Really work on my lyrics, really work on my melodies. And I'm still doing that now, you know, but I didn't come with the thing of like, I sang a song and then people would come over to me like, you're really, really good. I would be like, oh, thank you. And then I'd kind of just leave it like that. I wouldn't let the smoke being blown up my arse.
Why?
You know? Because I think I've seen a lot of people have smoke blown up their asses, and it changes them, and it distracts them, and I just wasn't going to let that happen to me.
Do you think there has to be, to the level that you are at and how you got there, you have to be a little bit delusional in your thinking?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with the mirror thing.
Yeah.
Like, I was delusional, like, saying that, because really and truthfully, like, I got lucky, really. I got lucky. I had a bit of talent, but talent's nothing. It's hard work that really has to, how you make anything of yourself. But you've got to be delusional. You've got to kind of just be like, wow, anything can happen.
Yeah. What were your parents like at that point? Was music in your family? Was singing, anything?
My grandma is a singer. She sings in like choirs at church and stuff like that. My dad's dad, my granddad, would have been like a trad player over here and played like in pubs and played the accordion, and probably sang. But like every Irish musician or everybody in an Irish pub, they sing, you know.
Yeah.
But never really was I surrounded by music like that. And I didn't start singing till I was finished football, so at 17, 18.
But you didn't sing at all, bar?
No. Like where I'm like from, and the friendship groups I have is very like alpha male-y and very like, whoa. And if you was to sing, it would have been like, what the hell are you doing? Like, you're gonna get beaten up for that. And which is, it's a sad thing. And like, my mates are my biggest supporters. But I think as kids, if I was to do that when I was a kid, especially like with the school I went to and all that kind of stuff, like, it was not the thing to do.
So you're 16 years, whatever, behind me in age. So Westlife would have been big when you were, let's say, at the football thing you're talking about. Yeah. So if you had broke out into Flying Without Wings or World of Our Own or one of the songs on the team bus or with your mates, well, they all went, what the?
Yeah, I think if I would have done that on a team bus, then it'd have been like, we were all doing it as together. But if I was to take it seriously, it would have been like, what the hell are you doing? Chill out, mate. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But I do remember singing Flying Without Wings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, big time. Like, with like, I was actually in Ireland in a place called Clara.
Clara, yeah.
And I had my mum's, one of my mum's good friends, Gillian. She was looking after us, and we had you lot on the TV, and I remember singing it. So yeah.
Could you have been in a boy band? Would it have suited you?
I don't know if I could, you know.
No?
I think and if I was, I'd have had to be centre stage. But to be fair, I wouldn't mind knowing, like, with me, because I'm a solo artist. Obviously, I travel with a band and stuff like that, but when you're a solo artist, it does get a little lonely. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know, your experience being in a boy band, you lot are all there together, on stage together, and you're a unit.
It's a team.
It's a team.
Yeah.
So I would like to have experienced that side of it for sure.
Yeah.
But then again, with age comes problems, and I think a lot of people would have started to annoy me. Yeah,
whether there's ego and there's disagreements.
That's it.
Yeah. And when the book doesn't stop with you, when it stops with all of you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it's exactly what you said. It's very enjoyable. You win together, you lose together, you share the highest moments.
Yeah.
And when you're down, somebody's always there to pick each other up.
Yeah.
Interviews are easier because someone can be the loud one or the funny one or the tired one today, and it can change every other day.
I bet it was amazing though, when you first started out, and the moment where the bubble went bang and it went to like global stage, right? Mm. I bet that was a moment for all of you going, what the hell is happening? Yeah. And experiencing that moment together must have been a dream, man.
And it was. And there's so many of those moments. Like straight away as you're talking, I remember a time when we were in, I don't know, Asia or China or somewhere, and Brian banged the door down because he just received the news that we were singing with Mariah Carey. Yeah. And we were recording the next day or 2 days later. And straight away we left within the hour to get to the airport, flew to Rome, and then connected to Capri to record the record on the island of Capri and shoot the video. Wow. All in the space of 48 hours.
That is mad.
And then got back on the plane. So I know what you were saying, because when we're on stage in these big moments, you look to your right, you look to your left, and you share that little kind of wink to each other going,
Yeah.
isn't this incredible?
Yeah.
But I mean, doing it on your own is just as amazing.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's
Yeah.
amazing for sure. And like, I'm lucky that I have my band who have been with me from the start.
Yeah.
So like, I'll look around to like my guitarist Danny or something like that and be like, what you're saying, be like, fucking, we've done all right here.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
We've made it.
Yeah.
I was looking some stuff recently on you, Tom, and I seen about breaking the jaw years ago.
Yeah.
And I know that's kind of it played havoc with you for a while.
Yeah.
What were you wrong place, wrong time?
Yeah.
Was it something personal to you, or what happened?
Wrong place, wrong time. Basically,
This is when you were 18.
This is when I was 18. So I just started to like sing, and I was in like a little band basically. We were doing covers and stuff like that, and we'd just been given a gig. So we're doing like pub gigs and stuff, but we'd just been given our like first proper gig, right? That gave us a little bit of money actually, and it was at Bedford University, so we played for like students, and finished the gig. I didn't drink that night, and we went to go get some chicken from KFC, and the lady goes, "Oh, your chicken going to be about 10-15." So I was like, "All right, cool." Went outside, and literally chilling, and all of a sudden felt like loads of hands around me. So and I got like bear hugged by like 3 people, so they wouldn't let me move. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, someone just came in and started like smashing my face, and I felt my jaw leave my face, but it wasn't until like
Leave your face.
yeah,
Like you had no control over.
no, well, mate, it was shattered, mate. My jaw was shattered. Had to have like plates and screws in both sides, and it was the most maddest experience. But it wasn't until like weeks after where the darkness and the clouds started coming over, because before that, man, I was like very like, yeah, I was still in school, so I was like very much an outgoing person, didn't really think about consequences, was, without sounding like I'm like, I was popular at school, do you know what I mean? I was like that kid at school. And then straight away after this happened, I became like introvert, couldn't leave my house, lost a lot of friends, and I realised what depression was. Well, I didn't realise at the time, but that I was depressed. I like suicidal. I had all these like things coming into my brain and my world at such a rapid pace that like I just didn't want, and I didn't know what to do. So, and that affected me, man. For it's still like, to be fair, I had my plates and my screws removed early this year, and it was I said on my Instagram, because I put it up there, I was like, it's been 10 years, and I could feel like I can finally shut the door on it, because before I had the plates removed, I could always feel them, and I could
Physically feel.
yeah, physically feel them, and they'd be hurting, and my jaw would like crack and all that kind of stuff. And if I was singing, for example, it might lock up and stuff like that. So, and now it doesn't, and I feel like I finally could shut the door. But it definitely changed the person I was. But I wouldn't have started to write if that didn't happen to me. I wouldn't have written my first song. I wouldn't have picked up a guitar, because man, when that happened, I couldn't communicate anymore. I couldn't even communicate to my family. Like, the only way I could communicate was like writing down words, and then I started to sing. Like, and then I remember going downstairs to my mum and saying, "Can I show you this song that I've written?" She was like, "Yeah," and it was like a song that was very much me like crying out for help. And then she was like, "Right, cool, I know what we need to do." So, yeah, man, it was an emotional time, and but also like a blessing in disguise in a way, you know.
I've so many questions just on that alone. Like, for example, your mom being your mom knew immediately you needed help.
Yeah.
Equally, I want to know, did those lads get caught?
Yeah, they did.
Did they get put away? Did they get charged?
They did. They did. Yeah.
And you didn't know them?
Didn't know them, no. And I'm so glad that because man, it was such a mad time. Like at the time, the guy got caught and then pleaded not guilty. So then I was going to have to go to court, see the guy. I ended up getting death threats, had from his family, had threats on my family, all this mad stuff going on. So not only was I in pain, I also had like threats going on from his side. And
was that part of the darkness, do you think?
Definitely, man, for sure. Like, big time. But then he did plead guilty, and then I'd never had to see the guy again. And then I had a message, actually, online from a girl, and it said, "Hi, I just want to let you know that I know about your story, and it's happened to me as well." So he did it again, and gone back into jail and whatnot. But yeah, pretty mad, man. Pretty mad.
Wow. So move on then to your mom. You start writing, singing.
Yeah.
And that song that kind of started and kicked it off from your emotional side.
Yeah.
Has that ever heard the light of day, or is that
man,
one that's out? Is
something
that
in the water?
Is that something in the water?
Yeah,
Okay.
that is. Yeah. And that was the first song that I was writing, and my mum could see between the lines. Do you know what I mean? Like if my mum before that if she'd be like, "Are you all right?" I can see you're not. I'd be like, "I don't want to talk about it." The only way I could speak, like I remember trying therapy before it, and I just like at the time, like when I was that age, I was like, why do I want to speak to somebody that I don't know and doesn't know me? Now I do therapy and I think it's amazing, but like at that time I was very like closed in, just don't even talk to me, even my mum. No, I don't want to tell you. But when I had a guitar at me and when I was singing, that's where I was kind of saying, this is what's happening.
So tell me about coming to Ireland as a young lad.
Yeah.
What your memories are.
Straight away, the memory of burning turf is like what brings me home. So I think for me, being on the farm with my dad grew up on a farm, so being at my granny's house, being surrounded by my cousins, being in Shannon Bridge, being in my auntie's houses, like my uncles, and just being fed lots, running around the field,
tea and more tea,
but basically just being free to go and do whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like it's completely different world from where we live in England to where my dad's from in Ireland. Like it was I could go anywhere and no one would do anything, and it's so like free.
When did your dad move to England?
My dad moved, so I'm 30. He probably has been in England about 33 years maybe.
And was he always proud of his heritage? Did he always tell you about Ireland?
Oh mate, he still does. Come on, like he flies the flag.
Does he?
Constantly, and I think every other sentence is something to do with Ireland. He's a builder and works on the building site with Irish lads, so that keeps him close to home. He'd be on the phone to his brothers and sisters every day, and always said that he'd never lose his accent and hasn't. And
does he have even a little bit of an English twang?
No.
No.
I remember when I first, like, for example, met my wife or something like that, and in fact, I still need to do this for her, like, to sometimes translate. She's like, what? I'm like, he is talking English, you know that. So, but he's very, very proud to be from Ireland. I am. Do you know what I mean? Like, I saw Ed Sheeran talking about being Irish, and he
said he was culturally Irish.
Irish, yeah. And he got a lot of stick for that. But I think I've got an English accent, but really and truthfully, I was brought up in an Irish house, and that's how it is. And
do you think it adds to the music then, with the lyrics,
I think
the poetry of it?
Yeah, maybe, definitely, like melody. I think Ireland is built on melody. I think, especially with the accents, with words, with musical, just music in general. I think it's just there's something different when you come here and you listen to like Irish music and how it's played and stuff like that. But I think it probably does run through my blood, and I hope it does for sure. You never know. I might write a trad album. Who knows?
That would be amazing.
It would be cool.
It would be really cool.
Yeah.
So tell me then, when you got that break with, was it Chasing Status?
Yeah.
How does that break? Who picks up the phone? And is that like winning the lottery at that point? Is that like a random call to say, we want you to vocal this?
Yeah, so I had been doing open mic nights all over England and all over London, basically. Not England, London. And I was still at uni. So I went to university, and in open mic nights, there was the head of like Sony Publishing at the time, a guy called Daniel Jones, had heard something in the water, and it was a mad week because it all happened in the space of a week. I put a video on YouTube of me singing something in the water. Dan had heard this song being played in the pub. He was like, "These your songs?" Because I had like 5 of my own songs. I couldn't play anybody else's songs.
Right.
I could only play these songs on guitar. I could play like 3 chords, and I could only play my own songs. So I had like a 45-minute set, I remember, and I had to like play 5 songs.
It's so funny, Tom. Sorry, I have to just remind you.
Yeah.
When we were in Soccer Aid 2 weeks ago, Robbie Keane loves a sing song.
Loves it, yeah.
Loves it. So he literally quietens everybody down. Everyone's just 35 people.
Yeah.
Everyone put their phones away, enjoy the moment. All right, Tom, off you go, take it away. And I could see you going,
Oh, fuck's sake. Yeah.
it's like, and then you looked at me and went, I can't sing it, but I've got to just sing my own songs. I don't remember anybody else's.
I honestly don't. Still to this day. But I had a 5-song catalogue at that point, and I had to do these songs differently and make them different so nobody knew that they were the same song. Anyway, he saw the songs. He was like, "These your songs?" I was like, "Yeah." So he was like, "Come and meet me tomorrow." Met him. Didn't have a manager at the time. Didn't know anything about the music industry at all. Yeah. And ended up getting a manager who's now my manager still to today, and we signed a record deal like in the space of that week. Then I got a call saying, Chasing Status have heard something in the water. They really want to use this song. And I was like, I don't want to give that song up at all to anybody. You've heard now what the story is. Yeah. That song for me just has to live where it lives, and that's it. But I have been writing, and I've got loads of ideas, and I've got this song that was All Goes Wrong. But it really needs shaping, and it needs like, I don't know. I've never been in a studio either. Like, I'm writing all these songs in my bedroom at uni. They were like, well, come down to Metropolis Studios in London, like one of the biggest studios.
Been there many times.
Yeah, and like I'd never been in a studio, man. And I've gone, all right, cool, I'll come. Gone in the studio, and I just showed them what is now All Goes Wrong, and they loved it. And we worked on it, and we took parts out, we added parts in, and it became All Goes Wrong. And they were like, "This is our next single, by the way." I'm still at uni, and I'm like, "What?" They were like, "Yeah, and we're gonna make you the head, like one of the main like spots in our massive show at Wireless. We're gonna bring you out." And I was like, "What? All right, let's do it." And nobody knew who I was at all, and we played the song at Wireless, and I could see the pub in Finsbury Park where I got signed maybe like a month before this, and then there was 75,000 people on this field, and I'm singing this song, and nobody knew who I was. And from that moment, I remember coming off stage back in, like, I just walked through the festival because I was walking to the train, and then so many people were like, "Was that you on stage? Was this on?" And then that was the kind of the start of what my career was. And then finished uni, had never written an album, had never been in, like I say, one experience in the studio, and then it was straight into studios, writing an album, and then.
Why do you think it didn't phase you? Why do you think all that didn't make you go, "Whoa, I'm," that kind of imposter syndrome some people talk about?
Yeah.
You just go, "No, I'm. This is the start."
Yeah. I think at that time I was just like, this is the biggest opportunity, and I'm gonna just do what I didn't do in football, and I'm gonna make something of myself, and I think as well, man, like going back to the jaw thing, like I've always had this thing of like I'm gonna beat this guy, and I'm gonna beat the people that told me that I couldn't do music. I remember even when I started like being in this little band at school after, like I lost a lot of friends because of it, because they were like, why do you think you can go and sing? Like, why do you think you can do this, do that? Who do you think you are, kind of thing? And that's what happened.
So then a little bit of love.
Yeah.
Was that something that was being cooked for a few years? Was it something that happened in 5 minutes?
Yeah, no, something happened in the space of a day, man. I went and met Mike Needle, you know Mike?
Yeah.
And it was the first song that me and Mike and another guy called Dan, we wrote together. And we knew it was a special song. And got it all done, ready to rock. And then obviously COVID happened. So we were like, fuck, what are we going to do now? And I just said, well, let's put it out and see what happens. And it connected through COVID. I couldn't tour it. It was weird. I was watching a song blow up. And this was like the first, I think COVID was like the first when TikTok was all happening. It didn't blow up on TikTok. It kind of just blew up and now like things are blowing up from home just on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Not in my world, but like people are putting songs up and they're just blowing up on TikTok. I've never had that, but I watched the song bubble from home, and that was the kind of the start of watching shit bubble from home.
It's a great name for an album, by the way. Bubble from Home.
Bubble from Home.
Yeah, keep that one. Go on, keep going.
And it was so weird because usually, like beforehand, like when you have a song that's kind of popping off, then you're in radio stations. You're flying to like places like Germany or Australia and going and doing so much promo. But I was just doing promo from home. So
on Zoom, on calls,
on calls and Zoom and whatnot. And then I remember COVID had finished and we'd been released out, and then did my first show, and I realised how big the song was. So yeah, that happened, man. It was cool. Yeah.
Good memories.
Yeah, good memories. Weird memories, but it was cool, man.
So when you go into the studio now, do you all like? Is that a monkey on your back? Is that something like we got to come up with this one again?
Nah, because I think I've got bigger in me.
Yeah, you still have that positivity.
Definitely, man. I've got way bigger songs in me, man, for sure.
Is that what this new album has?
At the moment, I hope so. But again, like, I can't control it. But I know that it will happen for me at one point. It's just when.
The last album was, 2023?
Yeah.
So now we're 25. Was it always the plan to... Was it delayed? Was it, were you holding on to it till...
What, this one?
Yeah, till the time was right?
In all honesty, I finished this album about a year and a half ago. So I think I wish it came out earlier. But do you know what? Like, I said this today, actually. I played a little show in Dublin. And I said, it should have come out earlier. But in truth, like, I've had time to, like, sit on it and kind of soak things in. I've had so many things going on in my life personally. Like, I think if I was to put an album out there, this album wouldn't have got my full attention. Fun.
Love it.
But it wouldn't have got.
That's the name of the single.
Yeah, it wouldn't have got my full attention. So I think the time is right now, and man, there's a whole different mixture of songs on there. And I actually hadn't listened to the album for a while, and I actually listened to it last night in the car, and I was like, this is a good album,
September, big tour, big UK Ireland tour.
Yeah.
Upcoming.
Yeah, man. Big tour, big arena tour. And playing free arena over here, man. Like, that's been a dream. That's going to be an amazing show. And just to be doing shows, man. Like, I'm bringing a big big set and new songs, old songs, and yeah, it's going to be fun.
Have you any idea how many you're going to have in your band, musicians?
Yeah, man. It's going to be big.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be a lot.
I was looking at it. I went to see JT here, Justin Timberlake, in Malahide recently.
Yeah, apparently it's good.
Yeah, it was good, but it's just a band. The musicians, they're all stars.
Yeah,
in their own right.
Yeah.
The musicians.
My backing singers, they're supporting him on tour.
Okay.
With Jess Glynn.
Yeah.
And they said the exact same thing. Not just Justin, but the band were just so on it that it's a different level.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, we got to bring it.
So would you look at people like that and go, right, what do they do? How can I
definitely,
beat that, emulate it?
Definitely. Like, I go to shows and I don't know, jot down ideas. I look at old artists. Like right now, I'm like really like looking at like, I'm really looking at like people like Little Richard, and I'm looking at like James Brown and people like that, and like seeing like what they were like on stage, because their personality is just through the roof, and what they do, how they move, and like can I don't know, bring that into my show a little bit. Might even bring a chair, man.
I'd say a stool would be better.
Well, that's what I mean.
yeah. We can join you with that one.
Yeah.
In the maddest 3, 4, or 5 years now you've had, Tom, what does your mum and dad say to you? Do you ever go back to the family home?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Cup of tea, Sunday afternoon, on the rare occasion where you have a bit of time off. What do they ever look and go, how did this happen?
Yeah, probably, but I've never really speak about it. I think for me, it'd be weird if I went home and started talking about it. My dad's so proud though. He's like, he always rings me and like, he said, he'd be like, oh, you smashed that, or you sounded really good on that, and my mum too. But like, we never really speak about it too much. I think they know how well I'm doing, and I know how proud I'm making them.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Does your mom always have the list, like things like, Tom, now,
oh my God,
Mary, I've this autograph from Mary,
No.
and Magella's turning 50, and she needs a video, and you're going, no problem. You spent 20 minutes doing all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I need this video, I need that video. My mum's house is like a museum. Like,
Is it? Yeah.
Like, fully, man. It's got like every gig that I've done. She's got records. She's got, but she's very, like, she's proud, isn't it?
Yeah, which is lovely, isn't it? Really, really lovely.
I love it.
Do you live close to where you grew up now?
About 45 minutes to an hour.
Okay, right.
So not too far, but I don't live back in Bedford now.
You, I know the jaw thing we've discussed, but you were in another altercation, weren't you? In
New York.
What was that about?
Again, man, wrong place, wrong time.
I'm starting to see a trend here, Tom.
I know.
What are you saying to people?
I know. Well, this is it. I don't know, but no, honestly, with this one actually, I was chatting to him.
So what?
I was chatting to him beforehand, and he was just a mad. You know New York.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't predict.
You can't predict it, and I was honestly like just like chatting to the guy. He was like on a mad level, and then all of a sudden he brought out this like crack pipe, and he was like, "Do you want to go on that?" I don't know whether this will make the podcast, but he was like, "Do you want to go on this?" And I said, "Fucking, what's that?" And he said, "Crack, man," like that, and I went, "Fuck, no,
Crack, man."
yeah. I went, no, I'm cool for that, good for that. Turned round, all of a sudden, and by the way, I have never been knocked out in my life, yeah, never, and all of a sudden I'm on the floor, yeah, and I've obviously fucking gone down, snoring, and I've looked up, and I've been like, I had money in my pocket. There's no money in my pocket. There's loads of people going, "Oh my God, are you all right?" Da-da-da. I'm like, and I see the guy running. I'm like, fuck this. It's not happened to me again. No way. I'm not allowing this to happen to me again. So I got up and ran after him, and I ran about 3 or 4 blocks, chasing him. Yeah, he was one of them crackheads who's like fucking really muscly. Yeah, you either get like really weedy ones or really muscly ones. Anyway, running after him, and then he turns around and he went, "I'll fucking shoot you, man," like that, and pulled out a fucking gun. And I was like, whoa, I'm not in London anymore. I don't want to be dead.
Yeah.
So I kind of was just like backed up and legged it the other way. But honestly, I got hit right in the back of the head. But it like ruptured my eardrum and I couldn't sing. It was mad, man. It was mad. But yeah, wrong place, wrong time. Good story though.
It is. Well, listen, you tell it. Well, did he know who you were?
Nah, did he fuck? Nah.
But you'd just done a gig, right?
Yeah, it did,
But you hadn't a clue?
No, unless he was in the gig, but I doubt it. He was a crackhead.
Why were you talking to him?
Well, I didn't know he was a crackhead. Yeah, I didn't know. I did not know. Yeah, but yeah.
Right, listen, you need to stop going to certain restaurants. You need to stop talking to randomers outside nightclubs.
Yeah.
Just go.
That's it.
Have the hit records.
That's it, man.
And go home and live in the castle.
That's it. 100%.
All right, before I let you go, two more things. What is the ambition, Tom? Now, you're 30, right? Obviously you've a long career ahead of you. There's no doubt about that.
So, yeah.
What would you love to have, do, still within your next few years?
I would love to be able to say I'm still doing shows. I'd just love to say that I'm still making music at a good level. But honestly, and it sounds so cliche, like I just want to be happy with what I'm doing, and I'm very blessed to be able to say that I'm in the most luckiest position, and I'm very happy. But the day you start enjoying, sorry.
Taking it for granted.
Taking it for granted is like where like the love of it kind of drifts away. And there was a moment where I've kind of fell out of love with it, and I think only recently have I fell back in love with it because my attitude has changed on it. And I think I was looking at numbers too much. I was trying to chase hits, and I was like, why have I not had a hit? Why? And I had to really like look inside and deep inside and actually say, what do I want? And I think I actually just want to be happy, and I want to make good music and music that I love. And if hits don't come, then they don't come. But I think I've built something that's really amazing, and I've got a fan base that I hope love the music that I make. So yeah.
Yeah, I think as you say that, like if there's an authenticity about it, the hits will come.
Yeah, man.
When you believe in it.
Exactly. And when you chase things, 9 times out of 10 they don't come.
Yeah, well, just don't chase that guy again in New York.
Well,
right.
That's it.
Lastly, I always ask everybody to put a boy band together. Okay,
Right.
so I need 5 names of who would be in your ultimate boy band, and then one of those guys, Tom, is going to fly the nest, jack it all in for solo stardom, and I want you to tell me who you think that will be. Okay, so 5 names. Doesn't matter, living or dead. You can put anybody in there. You can put anyone you want.
All right, cool.
Living or dead.
I first off will have.
I'm gonna write this down, by the way.
Yeah, write it down. I'm gonna have.
Tension's not good. I need full attention.
Yeah, boy band. This is a big one.
I just mentioned you're single there.
I'm gonna have Frank Sinatra in there.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah. Because
when we sang Angels in karaoke a few weeks ago?
Yeah.
I was going to sing My Way.
Yeah, oh really?
Yeah, but I didn't think the crowd...
well,
they weren't drunk enough. No, they would have. But you know the way it starts so low. And then it goes so... I love when there were times, I'm sure you knew, when I bit off more than I could chew. I love that. Anyway,
God, me
so
too.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra. I'm gonna have. This is hard, man.
I like to not make things easy.
Yeah. I'm gonna have David Attenborough in there.
Does he sing?
Don't know.
Do we care? Okay.
Do you need singers?
We are putting a boy band together. I know you're touching a nerve there.
I thought you meant like just random people.
Well, you can.
Nah, fuck that. We're talking singers.
No, we can have Attenborough.
Nah.
I like him. He's a superstar.
I love Attenborough as well, but he can't sing. Well, I don't know.
We
Actually,
don't know.
I reckon he's got like one of them.
Well, then we'll put him in.
We'll put him in.
We'll put him in.
He's got one of them voices that will like just come in.
As we now sit behind the boy band of all time.
Yeah, fuck David Attenborough. Nah, you've killed him for me. Let's put singers in. Singers. We're having Frank Sinatra.
Right.
I'm going to have my good friend, just because the other day I thought, fucking hell, this man can really sing. And I think he's just got one of them voices where you're like, I'm listening to that. Dermot
Kennedy?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Putting Dermot in there.
Again, Robbie Keane kept us all up in the bar. Didn't allow anybody go to bed until Dermot Kennedy And
Yeah.
Tom Grennan played the guitar till the
Yeah.
sun came up.
Yeah. How many more we got?
We've only got 2. Attenborough's gone, right?
Attenborough's gone.
So we
yeah.
need 3 more.
3 more.
You putting yourself in? You can put yourself in.
Oh, yeah, I'm in there. No, I thought I was in there already.
Okay. Ego won't let you not in there.
Yeah.
Okay, Tom's in there.
I'm in.
So Tom, Dermot, Frank.
Yeah. And then I'm going to have, for a bit of jazz, I'm going to have James Brown in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then,
1 to go. And one's leaving, by the way. You got to tell me that as well. One's going to leave.
oh, that'll be me.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you got fed up with all these?
Nah.
You've
just
joined
think they're better
Wham with
than me.
David Attenborough.
Yeah. And then I'd probably say, oh, Paolo Nutini.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm having him in it as well.
Hold on a teeny. So the boy band consists of Frank Sinatra, Dermot Kennedy, Tom Grennan, James Brown, and Paolo Nutini. And the 2 more questions is, who is the boss of that band and who is leaving that band?
Frank Sinatra, the boss.
Okay, Captain Frank.
Yep.
Okay.
And I was going to say, well, what's the scenario? Why are we leaving? Why
Well-
is the person leaving?
That'll all come out on Sky News in the end. But
Okay.
this is boy bands. You know, you got Robbie, you got Brian, you got all these people.
Yeah.
You know, jump ship. So
Yeah.
I don't know why you're leaving unless you want to tell us.
Okay.
But
Well, if it's like to do with like ego and stuff like that, then I think James Brown will probably leave.
okay, if it's creative differences.
Yeah, if it's creative differences. But if it's like wanting to go and do like your own thing, and I think Dermot would be like, I think I want to go and like try something new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Dermot's an intelligent.
That's
young
what I'm
man.
saying.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
he's not gonna. I don't know. Socialize with you people.
Yeah, I think he's going to be like, do you know what? I've done this.
Yeah.
I know I can offer
More.
more.
Okay. Tom Grennan, you are brilliant. Thank you so much for jumping on the
Thanks for
podcast.
having me, man.
I really
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it. Best of luck with the tour.
Thank you, mate.
And the new album again. It's a long name. Give it to me again. It's something.
Everywhere I went led me to where I didn't want to be.
Everywhere I went led me to where I didn't want to be. And you know what that reminds me? It does remind me of, but it's a great name for, let's say, if somebody's on death row and they're trying to get every last second.
Yeah.
And somebody says, "Give me your favorite album."
Yeah.
And it's a great title because it gives them an extra couple of seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a one-word album. It's like how long have I got left? We're about to fire. Everywhere I went led me to where I didn't want to be. Tom Grennan, everybody!